The silent warning. The stars above Earth were calm and silent, yet something in the sky made every human soldier tense. A small alien fleet hovered at the edge of the atmosphere, their sleek ships glowing faintly with strange energy. They sent a warning, simple but clear. Humans were weak, and resistance would be pointless. No one on Earth spoke, but eyes glimmered with determination, for humans had been preparing for this day for decades. On the ground, in secret command centers hidden deep beneath mountains and oceans, humans moved quickly. Large screens showed alien ships drifting slowly above. Scanning for weaknesses, military officers and scientists worked side by side, finalizing weapons that no alien had ever imagined. Humans were calm, their faces serious, but inside, excitement and courage burned brightly. Captain Rylan, a young commander with sharp eyes and faster mind, walked through the control room. His steps echoed softly as he stopped in front of a massive holographic map of the incoming alien fleet. He touched a ship icon, and a small blue dot on the map began to glow. "This is not just a warning," he said quietly. "This is a challenge, and they will regret underestimating us." Meanwhile, alien scouts moved closer, their sensors probing Earth's defenses. They did not know that humans had hidden fleets. Cloaked and waiting in orbit, their arrogance made them careless. And it was exactly the mistake humans needed. Earth's warships were ready, AI-guided and manned by the bravest pilots, each trained to act with perfect teamwork. In a small village far from the command centers, people looked up at the sky, unaware of the battle that was about to unfold. Children laughed and pointed at the strange lights, calling them shooting stars. Farmers paused their work and stared in awe, sensing that something greater than themselves was near. Yet even these simple humans held the spirit that would surprise the galaxy. For courage ran deep in every heart back in orbit. The first alien ships fired warning beams at Earth's surface. Rocks on the mountains glowed for a moment as the beams touched them. Harmless but frightening. This was meant to scare humans, to show them how powerful the aliens were. Instead, humans watched and learned, noting the angles, the strength, the patterns. Every detail was recorded, every movement analyzed. For humans did not act in panic, they acted with strategy. In the control room, Captain Rylan looked at his team and smiled. "Remember," he said, "they think we are weak. They think we are unprepared, but today they will learn." The room filled with a quiet energy, a mixture of fear, hope, and determination. Engineers adjusted the final controls. Pilots checked their ships and the AI systems hummed, ready to strike high above. The alien commander laughed, a cold, mechanical sound. "They do not understand what is coming," he said, confident that Earth would surrender. But his words were carried on empty air, for humans had already decided. Surrender was never an option. They had studied, trained, and waited, and now, their time had come. Suddenly, a small human ship appeared from nowhere, cloaked in invisibility. It moved like a shadow, passing between alien scouts without detection. Inside, pilot Lena adjusted her controls, her heart steady, her focus sharp. She sent a signal back to base. "They don't see us coming." "Sir, ready for the first strike?" Captain Rylan nodded, even from afar. "Good, let them learn the first lesson," he whispered. The aliens, unaware of the hidden humans, began their advance. Ships glimmered in formation, engines burning brightly against the darkness of space. They fired probes and sensors, scanning for weaknesses, but every move they made, humans had already predicted. It was a silent game of chess, and humans were 10 steps ahead. Below on Earth, civilians felt a strange tension, as if the planet itself was holding its breath. Every human, from soldiers to farmers, knew that something historic was about to happen. No one spoke loudly, no one panicked, but eyes shone with courage. The silent warning had been given by the aliens, but humans were ready, and the fury of a species underestimated for centuries was about to awaken. As the first beams of alien energy grazed Earth's defenses, humans responded with precision. Lights blazed across the skies as countermeasures activated, invisible shields absorbing the attacks. The alien surprise was palpable, their confident laughter fading into confusion. Captain Rylan watched the holographic map, calm but alert. "This is only the beginning," he said, and for the first time the aliens understood. Earth was not weak. They had underestimated humans, and this mistake would cost them dearly. The stars remained silent above, but the air on Earth was electric with courage. A war had begun, but humans did not fear. They had waited, They had prepared, and now they would strike back. The first clash, the alien fleet moved closer, their massive ships casting shadows over the planet. Confidence radiated from their command ship, as if they had already won. But humans were ready, every soldier, pilot, and engineer prepared for the moment they had trained for. On the edge of orbit, Earth's hidden warships emerged. Glowing faintly as their cloaks deactivated, they appeared like ghosts, moving silently between stars, perfectly synchronized. Captain Rylan watched from the command center, his eyes sharp on the holographic map. "Target the lead ship," he ordered calmly. "Precision, not panic," pilots nodded, their hands steady on controls, their hearts racing but their minds clear. Human war machines moved with speed and strategy the aliens could not comprehend. They fired missiles that adjusted mid-flight, weaving through alien defenses like dancing shadows. The first alien ship exploded in a bright flash, sending fragments spinning into space. Shockwaves hit nearby vessels, forcing them to shift positions. Alien commanders shouted orders, but confusion spread like fire. Their scanners failed to detect human maneuvers. Their weapons hit empty space. For the first time, the aliens felt fear. A cold and unfamiliar sensation below. Civilians on Earth stared up, seeing strange lights and explosions above. No one understood the full battle, but everyone sensed history unfolding. Humans had not only defended their planet, they had struck back with power and intelligence. Pilot Lena guided her ship through the chaos, dodging beams and fire with perfect timing. She fired a precision shot at an alien fighter trying to flank them. The ship disintegrated instantly, and Lena smiled quietly. "They are learning," she whispered. The alien commander slammed his fists on a control panel, frustration cracking his voice. "They underestimated them," he growled. "These humans are more dangerous than predicted." His officers exchanged nervous glances, realizing their arrogance was failing them. Meanwhile, Earth's AI systems predicted alien movements before they even happened. Every attack humans made was calculated, every counter perfectly executed. Captain Rylan activated the next phase, a fleet of smaller, fast ships darting around the alien formation. They weaved through gaps, confusing enemy sensors. Striking from unexpected angles, the aliens tried to fire back, but human shields absorbed the energy. Each explosion, each movement, demonstrated not just strength but intelligence. Humans fought not like machines, they fought like thinkers. Warriors and protectors in one moment. A massive alien cruiser aimed at Earth's surface. Intending to destroy a city, human interceptors jumped into position, creating a wall of energy shields. The alien beams bounced harmlessly off, and the ship's path changed erratically. Chaos spread in the alien fleet, and whispers of doubt began among their ranks. They had assumed humans were weak, slow, and predictable. Now, they realized Earth's defenders were everything they feared and more. Captain Rylan saw an opening in the alien formation, a weak point in the lead ship's shield. "Now," he said quietly, "fire everything." A wave of missiles launched simultaneously, tracking their target with perfect accuracy. The alien ship shuddered, alarms blaring, before a massive explosion lit up space. Pieces of metal and fire floated outward, a warning to the rest of the fleet. The aliens tried to regroup, but human tactics were relentless. Small squads of fighters hit supply ships, while larger warships blocked escape routes. The aliens had underestimated one thing. Humans never gave up. Humans never panicked. Humans never surrendered. Pilot Lena sent another signal. "They don't know what's coming next." "Sir," Captain Rylan smiled. "Let them learn slowly. The lesson is just beginning back on Earth." Civilians and soldiers alike felt the pulse of victory. Every heart knew humans were capable of more than anyone had imagined. The first clash had ended, but the war had just begun. Humans had struck back, and the galaxy would never look at them the same way again. The aliens, shaken and confused, retreated slightly to regroup, their arrogance replaced by fear, their strategy replaced by doubt. They had challenged humans and learned a harsh truth. Earth was not a planet to conquer lightly. As Captain Rylan looked up at the stars, he whispered, "This is only the start, and we will show them the full power of humanity." Secrets of Earth. The alien fleet recoiled after their first defeat, confusion spreading across their ships. They had assumed Earth was weak, a minor planet with little to offer, but humans had revealed strength, strategy, and a courage that shook even the bravest alien commanders. Inside hidden bunkers on Earth, scientists monitored the battle, their fingers dancing over holographic controls. They activated secret defenses the aliens could not see, systems designed to turn the tide in humanity's favor. Captain Rylan watched the alien formation carefully. Noticing cracks in their coordination, "They think they can regroup," he said quietly. "Let's show them what they never expected." On remote stations, massive human warships powered up experimental weapons. Glowing beams of energy began to hum, each capable of destroying multiple alien ships at once. These weapons had never been tested in battle, but humanity had built them for moments like this. Pilot Lena guided her ship along hidden paths in orbit, invisible to alien sensors. She tapped into AI systems controlling the defense grid, sending false signals to confuse enemy radars. Alien ships fired blindly into empty space, wasting energy and resources. Meanwhile, small human squads darted through gaps in the alien fleet, striking from angles the aliens had never anticipated. It was a dance of strategy and courage, and humans led with both precision and heart. On the alien flagship, panic began to spread. Commanders shouted and argued, some insisting on retreat, others demanding full assault. The alien leader's confidence faltered, replaced with unease he had never felt before. Humans had more than machines. They had intelligence, teamwork, and an unbreakable spirit. Every move humans made was calculated, every action prepared for, and every strike deadly on Earth's surface. Civilians watched the sky, sensing a change. Light streaked across the horizon as distant explosions shimmered in the clouds. Farmers, students, and soldiers alike felt hope and awe. They did not understand the full power humanity now wielded, but deep inside they knew that humans would protect their home. No matter the cost, Captain Rylan activated the next phase of their plan, the one no alien had seen coming. Hidden warships jumped from stealth, forming a perfect attack pattern around the alien flagship. The alien sensors screamed, unable to detect the invisible humans surrounding them. Lena sent a calm report back to Rylan. "We are in position, sir. They are trapped." Rylan's eyes glimmered with quiet satisfaction. "Good. Let's teach them a lesson they will never forget." Suddenly, beams of energy from hidden weapons lit up the dark of space. Alien ships shook violently as shields overloaded, alarms blaring across every vessel. Panic spread like wildfire, commanders shouting orders that could not be executed in time. The humans moved with precision, striking vulnerable points while protecting their own. Every explosion, every maneuver, reminded the aliens that Earth was not a planet to conquer lightly. Even in the chaos, humanity showed mercy and control. Pilots dodged debris, shields protected civilian satellites, and AI systems prioritized minimizing damage. Humans were strong, but they were also smart. Disciplined and united, the alien fleet struggled to respond, their arrogance replaced by fear, confusion, and desperation. For the first time, the aliens realized that humanity's strength was not only in their weapons, but in their unity, their courage, and their will to survive. Captain Rylan gave a final command, signaling the start of a concentrated assault on the alien flagship. Energy beams, missiles, and AI-guided projectiles converged on the enemy vessel from all sides. The alien shields flickered under the combined human attack. Sparks of panic lighting the bridge, the flagship shuddered. Its systems failing under pressure, it was clear. Humanity had secrets the aliens could not anticipate, and those secrets would decide the battle. Below on Earth, people whispered to each other. Sensing the war turning, children pointed at the sky. Adults held hands and soldiers stood tall. The silent warning had been ignored. But humanity was ready, prepared, and united, and now, the aliens would discover the true power of Earth. Captain Rylan looked up at the stars, his voice firm. The alien panic. The alien fleet reeled from humanity's secret weapons, confusion spreading through every ship. Commanders barked orders, but no one knew what to do, for their sensors could not track the invisible humans. Panic replaced confidence, hesitation replaced aggression, and fear crept into every mind. Every alien pilot knew they were outmatched. Yet pride kept them fighting, though their strategy crumbled around them. Captain Rylan watched the alien formation on his holographic map. Calm but sharp. "They think they can regroup," he murmured. "But they are already trapped." Hidden human squads darted through space like shadows. Striking from unexpected angles, alien ships exploded in silent bursts of fire, sending fragments spinning into the void. The aliens' arrogance had blinded them, and now they paid the price. Inside the command bridge of an alien cruiser, alarms screamed, warning lights flashing wildly. The alien leader slammed his clawed hands against the console, his voice breaking with frustration. Retreat? Attack! What is happening? He demanded, his soldiers frozen in disbelief. No solution seemed correct for every move humans predicted, countered, and punished. It was as if Earth itself was alive, guiding the humans with unseen hands on Earth. Captain Ryland directed the human fleet with quiet precision. Every pilot, every AI-controlled ship, moved like a single organism, coordinated and fearless. Pilot Lena zigzagged through beams of enemy fire, her small fighter dodging explosions with perfect timing. She fired on an alien supply ship, cutting their reinforcements. The alien pilots screamed in frustration as their fleet was cut off piece by piece. The humans showed not only power but mercy and strategy. Civilian satellites remained unharmed, small settlements on Earth untouched. Humans struck where it mattered most, crippling the enemy without chaos on their home. Every strike was calculated, every movement intentional. Even in the heat of battle, humans were precise. Disciplined and fearless, the alien fleet faltered, their formation broken, their morale crumbling. Commanders argued among themselves, some demanding full retreat, others insisting on a desperate counterattack. But fear had already taken root, and hesitation had replaced their once imposing confidence. Small human squads flanked their positions, exploiting every weak point. Alien beams hit empty space, weapons wasted, energy drained, panic mounting. Captain Ryland activated a hidden maneuver, sending a fleet of unseen warships behind the alien command lines. The aliens were surrounded, trapped in a perfect human ambush. One by one, their ships were disabled, engines failing, shields overloading, alarms blaring endlessly. Even the strongest alien vessels could not resist the coordinated human strike. The once proud alien fleet was now chaotic. Fearful and vulnerable, Pilot Lena sent a message back to base, her voice steady. "They are panicking, sir. No one knows what to do." Ryland smiled quietly. "Good. Fear is their weakness, and humans will show them how it feels." Explosions rippled across space as human warships struck with deadly precision. The aliens had expected a fight, but they did not expect intelligence, courage, and unity combined. And slowly, panic spread like a virus, consuming every command, every plan, every hope they once had. Even alien civilians aboard some ships trembled, watching their protectors falter. The fear was palpable, a shadow over the entire fleet. Humans had turned the tables, and the galaxy was learning something new. Earth was not to be underestimated. Humans were not weak, and their fury had no limits. Captain Ryland looked up at the stars, voice firm. "Let them understand this is the power of humanity." Above, the silent void of space seemed to watch, stars twinkling like witnesses to the humans' courage. Every pulse of energy, every calculated strike, sent a message to the galaxy. The alien fleet had been warned, but now they truly understood. Fear had entered their hearts, confusion their minds, and humans had only begun. The silent warning had ended, but the real battle, the one that would decide the fate of the galaxy, was about to begin. His is only the beginning, and we will finish what we started. The turning point. The alien fleet had faltered, panic spreading across every ship. They had underestimated humans, and now their confidence was shattered. Captain Ryland knew the time had come for the decisive move, the strike that would change the battle forever. Hidden human warships jumped into alien territory, cloaked and silent, moving like shadows among the stars. The aliens did not see them coming, and every moment they remained unaware increased humanity's advantage. Pilot Lena guided her small fighter close to the alien command ship. Sensors picked up weak points in shields, gaps in defenses, flaws the aliens had never noticed. She sent the coordinates back to Ryland. "Target locked, ready for strike," she whispered. Ryland nodded, voice calm but fierce. "Fire when ready. Let them feel the full force of Earth." The human fleet surged forward, weapons blazing, cutting through alien formations like lightning. Explosions erupted across alien ships, shaking their fleet with fear and confusion. Their once imposing armada was now broken. Disorganized and desperate, commanders shouted, "Attack! Defend! Retreat!" But no command worked. Humans were everywhere at once, moving with speed, precision, and strategy the aliens could not match. Even their strongest ships fell, disabled by the coordinated strike. On the alien flagship, alarms screamed endlessly, lights flashing red across every console. The alien leader's voice shook with anger and disbelief. How can this be? They are everywhere! He tried to rally his pilots, but the fear had spread too far, hesitation too deep. Every attack humans made was calculated. Every move unpredictable. They had studied the enemy, anticipated their reactions, and turned the tide with intelligence and courage. Captain Rylan activated the next phase, a massive wave of energy missiles aimed at the alien core. The flagship shuddered, systems failing one by one. Sparks flying from overloaded circuits. Pilot Lena watched in awe, knowing that the humans had turned a desperate battle into a decisive advantage. Small alien fighters attempted to flee, but human interceptors blocked escape routes. The aliens were trapped, their morale broken, their pride shattered even in the chaos. Humans showed discipline and strategy. They avoided unnecessary destruction, protecting their own civilians and satellites. Every strike was precise, every movement planned, every attack calculated to maximize effect. The aliens realized too late that they had underestimated humanity not only in strength, but in intelligence. Humans were fighters, thinkers, and protectors. And now they had reached the turning point of the war. On Earth, civilians and soldiers alike felt the shift, a pulse of hope and awe spreading through every heart. Children watched the night sky with wide eyes, sensing that their planet was alive with courage. Farmers, students, and workers all knew that humans had taken control. The silent warning from the aliens had been ignored. But humanity had prepared for this moment, and now, humans were showing the galaxy that Earth would never bow, never surrender, and never be defeated. Captain Rylan looked up at the stars, his mind calm but determined. This is the turning point, he said quietly. From here, we show them the full power of humanity. The alien fleet struggled to regroup, but their panic was contagious, spreading from ship to ship. Human strategy had shattered their confidence, destroyed their arrogance, and ignited fear. The galaxy would never forget this day, the day humans struck back and changed everything. Above, the stars remained silent witnesses, watching the human fleet move with unstoppable determination. Every explosion, every maneuver, every calculated strike sent a clear message to the universe. Humans were not weak, humans were not predictable, and humanity's resolve had no limits. The turning point had come, and the alien commanders knew that defeat was no longer a possibility. It was inevitable, Captain Rylan whispered. Prepare for the next phase. Humanity will finish this, and the galaxy will remember our name. Humans unleashed. The alien fleet was in chaos, their formations shattered and their confidence broken. Fear had taken root in every officer, every pilot, every soldier. They had never seen an enemy move with such precision, such intelligence, and such courage. Humanity had turned the tide, and now they unleashed everything they had prepared. Captain Rylan gave the command. Calm but fierce. All units engage fully. Leave nothing to chance. Warships surged forward like a single living organism. Every movement calculated, every strike perfect. Missiles streaked across space, energy beams lit up the void, and AI-controlled drones struck with deadly accuracy. Alien ships attempted to fight back, but human tactics were too advanced, too unpredictable, too powerful. Every alien attack was met with a counter. Every maneuver anticipated, every weakness exploited. Pilot Lena darted between enemy ships, her fighter weaving through explosions and beams. She fired a concentrated volley at the alien command ship, striking its engines and shields. The alien vessel shook violently, alarms screaming as it struggled to maintain power. Other human pilots moved in synchrony, cutting off escape routes and disabling weapons. The alien fleet realized too late. They were outmatched in every way, and humans would not relent. On Earth, civilians watched the sky, sensing the power of their defenders. Explosions lit up the night, but no panic rose among the humans below. They knew their planet was in safe hands, that humanity had risen to meet the greatest threat the galaxy had ever seen. Children pointed at streaks of light. Adults held each other in quiet awe. Every person on Earth felt the pulse of courage, the heartbeat of a species that refused to be conquered. Inside the alien flagship, the leader's voice shook with anger and fear. How can this be happening? He demanded. They are everywhere. They see everything. They are unstoppable. His officers tried to offer advice, but panic had silenced logic. Hesitation had replaced strategy. Humans had not only fought, they had outthought, outmaneuvered, and outsmarted every move. The alien arrogance that had brought them here was crumbling. Piece by piece, Captain Rylan observed the battlefield, calm but resolute, Prepare for the final push, he said. We show them the full extent of humanity. Hidden human fleets emerged from stealth. Surrounding the remaining alien ships, they attacked with relentless force, striking weak points with precision and timing. Alien vessels exploded in succession, their engines failing, shields overloaded, weapons destroyed. Everywhere the humans moved, they showed courage and discipline. They saved captured allies, protected nearby planets, and struck only where necessary. The aliens had underestimated humanity, but now they understood the truth. Humans were fearless, brilliant, and united, and their fury had no limits. For the first time in their history, the alien commanders truly feared the species they had mocked. Pilot Lena sent a signal to Rylan, her voice calm but triumphant. Sir, they are breaking. No one is holding formation. Rylan smiled quietly. Good, now we finish this, and the galaxy learns who humans are. Energy beams, missiles, and AI-controlled drones converged on the remaining alien forces. The flagship shuddered, sparks flying from overloaded systems. The alien fleet had no choice but to retreat or face total annihilation. Below on Earth, the planet itself seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. Humans had unleashed everything they had prepared, and the galaxy would never forget it. Every person, from the bravest soldier to the youngest child, felt the strength of humanity rising. The aliens would never underestimate Earth again, and Captain Rylan knew in his heart that victory was near. But the final lesson had yet to be delivered. The stars above were silent witnesses to humanity's fury. The alien fleet was shattered, their arrogance destroyed and fear consuming every mind. Humans had struck back with courage, intelligence, and unity. The galaxy would remember this day, the day humanity was unleashed, and the alien commanders would carry the lesson forever. Earth could never be challenged lightly. The last lesson. The alien fleet staggered, battered, and broken, their pride shattered by humanity's relentless assault. Captain Rylan watched their retreat, calm but vigilant, knowing the final blow had to be precise. Humans had unleashed everything they had, yet they did not act recklessly. Every strike, every maneuver had been calculated, and now it was time to teach the galaxy the last lesson. Pilot Lena guided her fighter close to the flagship. Weaving through sparks and debris, she could see the alien leader panicking, his claws trembling on the control panels. He barked orders that no one could follow, his fleet disorganized and terrified. Humans had predicted every move, anticipated every reaction, and now the aliens faced total defeat. Massive human warships converged on the remaining alien vessels. Energy beams lit the darkness of space, missiles streaking silently yet deadly. Even the strongest alien shields faltered under the combined assault. Sparks flying from overloaded circuits. Alien pilots screamed, engines failing, systems shutting down one by one. The galaxy witnessed humanity's fury in full force, a force no one had ever imagined. Captain Rylan spoke quietly into the comms. All units, strike the final target, precision, unity, mercy. Human pilots executed the command perfectly, focusing on disabling rather than destroying. Civilian colonies and neutral worlds remained safe. For humans fought with honor. Even in victory, they were disciplined, showing the galaxy that courage and intelligence guided their strength. The alien flagship, once a symbol of arrogance, now burned with sparks and smoke. Its engines failed, systems offline. The crew terrified and disoriented. The alien leader stared at the human fleet, realization dawning painfully in his eyes. They had underestimated Earth, underestimated humanity, and now they were paying the price. Fear had replaced pride, confusion replaced arrogance, and the lesson had been learned. Captain Rylan activated the final move, a wave of signals and energy pulses that immobilized the remaining fleet. The aliens could do nothing. Trapped in humanity's calculated strategy, he spoke softly, yet every word carried the weight of Earth's strength. This is the last lesson. Never challenge humanity lightly. We fight with courage, we defend with unity, and we strike with precision. Respect our world, respect our people, or face the consequences. Pilot Lena watched the flagship tremble, the alien leader's expression one of defeat and awe. No one had survived an encounter like this, and none would forget the human strength. Even as the aliens retreated into the depths of space, their morale broken, the galaxy knew now that Earth was not weak, that humans were fearless and unstoppable. Captain Rylan looked toward the stars, calm but proud. The lesson is complete, he said quietly. On Earth, people cheered, families embraced, soldiers saluted, and children pointed at the sky. They felt the pulse of victory, the heartbeat of humanity united. Civilians and soldiers alike had witnessed the courage of a species underestimated for centuries. The aliens would spread the story across the galaxy, of a planet that could never be conquered. Humans had struck back, taught the final lesson, and ensured the safety of their home. And so the silent warning became a memory, replaced by the legacy of humanity's courage. The galaxy had learned its most important lesson: never challenge humans. For Earth would fight, humans would rise, and their fury knew no limits. Captain Rylan watched the stars, his heart steady, knowing this day would be remembered forever. Humanity had won, not with mindless violence, but with courage, strategy, and unity. The last lesson was clear, the victory complete, and Earth's defenders prepared for whatever the universe might bring next.